The legendary killer known as Jason has been caught by the US government and is being held at a research facility. Because he can't truly be killed, the scientists plan to cryogenically freeze him. A guard keeps getting creeped out by Jason's stare, so he throws a blanket over his head. Meanwhile, Dr. Rowan is arguing with her boss because it's been decided that instead of freezing Jason, they'll send him to a lab to research his regeneration abilities for profit. Rowan thinks it's a bad idea because it'll allow Jason to keep on killing, but her boss ignores her. Afterward, the scientist and a bunch of soldiers enter the room with Jason, but when they remove the blanket, they discover the guard's body in the chains instead. At that moment, Jason comes out of hiding and starts killing all the men in the room without mercy. The soldiers open fire on him, yet the bullets do nothing. Jason uses various objects to do his killing, including the chains from his captivity. When the lead scientist tries running away, Jason throws a tool to kill him too. Rowan is waiting outside, and she screams when a soldier is thrown through the door. At that moment, the guard's body is in the basement. Jason appears behind her, so Rowan picks up the soldier's gun and runs to the lab, where she hides and waits for Jason. When he comes in, she kicks the furniture and starts shooting him to push him into the pod. Then she rushes to lock him up. Rowan activates the machine, but as the cryogenization begins, Jason still manages to thrust his machete through the door to stab her. This creates a breach in the machine that is detected by the facility, triggering a lockdown protocol. Cryogenic fluid spills into the room, and Rowan gets frozen as Earth has become a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Since it's too polluted to live on, humanity travels to a new planet named Earth 2. One day, Dr. Lowe and his team of college students visit Earth on a field trip. They get inside the facility and open the pod, discovering a frozen Jason inside. They also find Rowan on the ground, looking perfectly preserved. The team decides to take both bodies to their ship, and when they try to move Jason, he falls and his machete cuts off Azrael's arm. Fortunately, the android KM-14 quickly gives him. The group carries the bodies through a sandstorm and makes it back to the shuttle, which immediately takes off and returns to the main ship. Azrael is put in a healing machine, and nanotechnology reattaches his arm back in just a few minutes. Rowan and Jason are taken to separate labs to be woken up, although some tests are run first. Seeing the scans, the group is surprised at the fact Jason could function with such a small brain. While the nanotechnology heals Rowan's stab wound in Lab 1, Adrian pokes Jason to take a sample of his brain in Lab 2. When Rowan is fully healed, she wakes up and panics, slapping Lowe in the process. He explains the situation and Rowan calms down, but she's in shock to hear she's in the future. Afterward, Lowe goes to his office to call the Solaris research station and sends them Rowan's and Jason's files, hoping to get some money out of the situation. Reviving a 400-year-old cryonized person isn't news anymore because everyone can do it, so Rowan isn't found interesting. However, Jason is still infamous in the future, and Lowe agrees to sell him as an attraction. After he hangs up, his student Janessa comes to see him so they can get naughty together in exchange for a good grade. Back to Adrian. She removes Jason's mask and notices how disfigured his face is, so she immediately puts it back and concentrates on studying the sample. Behind her, Jason is starting to twitch as he unfreezes. In another room, Cineron is trying to give KM-14 a full chest, but the areolas keep falling. There are two different couples getting clay dirty at the moment, and their groans cause Jason to finally wake up. When Adrian turns around, she doesn't see him on the table. Jason suddenly appears behind her to grab her by the face and throw her across the room. Through the glass wall, Adrian screams to try to alert Wayland, but he can't hear her. Then Jason